Hey, and welcome to day 2 of the guide to tapping. Thank you for everyone who joined with me yesterday. It was late when the video eventually went up, so I appreciate that you may only be catching up with it now. So go and find day 1 in the group. And I just want to remind you as well that I'm available for any questions or anything else support-wise in the group for the next 4 days left. And also I wanted to thank anybody that had added their friends. And, you know, if there's anybody having done day 1 that you think would really benefit from this, go ahead and invite them or add them to the group. You're more than welcome. So, if you haven't had a chance to visit video 1, like I said, go and do that whenever is good for you. And if you start with day 2 today, that's all right too. You might notice that I'm doing a lot of repetition over the next few days, and there's a good reason for that. It's really just to keep it simple and get the sequence of tapping down so that, you know, it becomes second nature. It becomes something that is easy and predictable for us learning something new. I tried tapping for a habit that had formed with me. With all of these issues, worry, struggle, stress, and things like that, I had a habit of biting my lip like this, and all of the gum I would bite, and sometimes by the end of the day when it would pop up I wouldn't realize I was doing it. My gum would all be really sore and raw. So I tried this a few weeks ago for just that habit and to tune in to the emotions and get to the root cause of why this was showing up. And it really worked. And now anytime that I find myself grabbing my lip or biting my lip, I realize, I accept that there's something coming up for me, and I just go through the sequence of tapping. So I just wanted to add that, because if there's something like that showing up for you, some kind of habit that sometimes it's more clear to us that we're doing that self-sabotaging behavior, or whatever you want to call it, something that we don't prefer to do. And from there, it's like a cue to tune in to see what's really going on. And the tapping then helps to accept and allow that energy to flow more freely by tapping on the different meridian points. So I invite you today to take a deep breath with me and tune in first, and then we will go through the tapping sequence for today. So hand on tummy or belly, low down. You can see my hands there, and just take a deep breath in. And while we're doing that through our nose, we notice our belly kind of rising out. That's true deep breath. Breathing out through the mouth, allowing all that air out. And again. Again. Okay. And today I invite you to tune in with me about struggle. Any kind of struggle that's been coming up. We've mentioned a good intention, or one that resonates with us, is the return to school, return to the back to normal after such a long break of many changes. And we may be feeling a struggle with that. It could be that practical struggle of getting everyone, the family, if you're a parent, back into the routine, like going to bed and getting up at a certain time. And there can also be an internal struggle of wanting ease and flow in our lives, and also resisting or stressing on maybe conditions, how things have changed regarding the guidelines of kids back to school, or adaptations that we've had to make personally and in our homes to facilitate the kids going back to school. And it can be everybody wanting to, go in on the first day and then seeing a child's sad face or a change in emotions, and that triggers off, all kinds of things with us as parents. So if we take a minute and put our hands on our hearts to the left of your rib cage and just tune into that feeling of a struggle, if you're experiencing that or if you have experienced it over the last few weeks and months, tune into it for a moment. Think of a situation, a specific situation that you were in recently that triggered that feeling of struggle, and feel where it is in the body. For me, I feel it in my chest, mostly a tightness in my chest. Recognizing where in the body this energy, this feeling is being experienced will help focus on the next step. So together we're going to do the sequence in tapping. And we're going to start with the top of the head, gently, or whatever kind of amount of pressure that's good for you. I like that bone there. It kind of taps, and it's just the very top part of the head. And we're saying, even though I have this struggle, I completely and utterly accept myself. The middle of your eyes, the third eye there. Even though I have this struggle. The corner of the eyebrow. This struggle that I experience. Side of the eye. This struggle. Under the eye. This struggle I have. This struggle. This struggle between the lip and the chin. The collarbone here. This struggle. Under the arm. This struggle. Just tapping these points. Now I'm going to add a new one from yesterday, and this is the inside, this is the outside of the hand, the inside of the thumb, where the nail meets the under the skin. Just rub there. This struggle, and the next finger side. This struggle I'm experiencing. This struggle. The outside of the little finger. This struggle. Karate chop. This struggle I have. Even though I have this struggle, I completely and deeply accept myself. Hand on your heart again. Breathe in now and allow the air to flow through your actual physical heart. And tune in to any shift in energy from when we started. How does your body feel? How does that place feel where you once, a few minutes ago, acknowledged where you felt a tightness? Acknowledge any loosening up of that, any lightness of the heaviness that you first felt. And we're going to repeat that again. And before we do, I want you to envisage the scale like we spoke of yesterday. 0 being a neutral with this feeling, this idea of a struggle experience. And then going down from 0, -1, -2, -3, all the way down to -10. And from the 0 upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are we now after tapping on that scale? Are we still in the minuses? Have we come closer to a more neutral place? Or are we open now to possibilities of this easing, of having a positive experience? When you have your figure, totally accept this and repeat, even though I'm having this experience, or I've had this experience, if you feel like you're neutral or moving towards newer possibilities, I completely and deeply accept myself. And run through the crown. The struggle I've had. The struggle I've had. This struggle. This struggle. The struggle that I have experienced. This struggle. This struggle I've had. Collarbone, this struggle. The struggle that I have been experiencing. Start with the thumb actually, see on the inside, this struggle. Struggle I have had. Struggle that I have been experiencing. Even though I have had this struggle, I deeply and completely forgive myself. Tune into your body. Recognize and allow any shift, any lightness. You can even feel lightheaded. If there's any emotions, any memories that have come up, allow them, journal, write them down. Allow the emotions to come out through deep breathing. If there's tears, coughs, sneezes, all of that is really, really good. Yawns, that's really good. It's all just releasing. And if you have an opportunity to get in tune with nature, I highly recommend that. Just be with your plants, sit down outside on the grass. Notice the trees if you're in the car, just tune in. You can amplify, you can expand this even more by repeating this process and inviting in the new possibilities, your imagination to find out the things that are possible that can make life show up with more ease for you now when you've released and acknowledged this. Thank you for joining in. I will upload this straight away and I will see you tomorrow on day 3. Have a great day.